It's Gaddafi book review time. Just finished the book, the Traveler series, books 1 through 3. It's a decent book. To kind of give a description of it, it's a post-apocalyptic series book. I'm going to look for the name of the author really quick. With the post-apocalyptic series, it's pretty good. They kind of take place with a pandemic. And the author's name is Abrams. So it's Traveler series, books 1 through 3. I don't know if they made another couple of them. It was a newer Audible book. Basically the setup is there is a pandemic of some sort, like a flu or a pneumonia kind of thing, where 2/3 of the world die. The main character, this is where I got a laugh out of it. The main character's name is Marcus Battle, which, okay. So I don't know if the author was having fun with it or not. He plays of course, it's always some sort of officer, former army officer who served in the fictitious Syrian war. Because the book kind of takes place a little bit in the future, and they go back and forth. So the pandemic takes place in I think 2030s, and his war that he fought in Syria was in the 2020, right in that era. They start out with Marcus is just alone, and then you start getting the impression that his wife and child had passed away because of the pandemic. He built this fortress of solitude for his family out in Texas. And I guess the initial problem or problematic side of it is that the cartels, because they live in Texas, have set up basically they took over territory. They expanded themselves, and they do their drugs, prostitution, human trafficking during this post-apocalyptic time. They basically took control over the southern side of Texas, or they took over kind of that area. And they have quite a bit of territory. A lot of them ride horses. For some reason, they have the cartel guys ride around with Browning semi-automatic shotguns. Yeah, I guess that's just part of the book. But during one of the nights, Battle's got a plethora of security, so he had some sensors go off, and he obviously has thermals and all 9 yards, and Battle is the greatest war hero of all time. So he's able to, defeat all these bad guys that come, the cartel guys. Well, he finds out that one of the people running from the cartels is the female who escaped from the cartel, and he's looking. Once Battle helps her out, she tells her story of how her and her son were working with the cartel as just slave labor, and she's trying to go back to get her son. They both escaped. So that's kind of the setup of the story, is how he develops friendship with them, and how he goes and tries to help out their family and find that son. The book if you're going to read it as a how-to, it really, honestly, I'd give it a 2. There's no real how-to. There's nothing intriguing about it. It's just a story, and it's almost a fantasy story, and that's the problem I have with the book. It's either I'm really burnt out from reading these, or it was just cliche. It really didn't look like the book had much different to offer. It was just this typical one-man army. The author, I'm assuming, puts himself into the main character and writes how great of a prepper he is, and how awesome he is, and all the gear he has, and everything that he's got, and then how he's such a sacrificing person, and one man is able to take on 50 cartel people, and he never shows fear, pain, anything like this. He's just this massive person. And then, of course, the name's Battle, so I mean, you kind of wonder where that came from. So, I mean, it's interesting. The book was entertaining at times. The 1 through 3, obviously, see, when I look at the Audibles, I like package deals like that, because 1 through 3 was only 20 hours long. So if you think about it, you're looking at maybe 7 hours a book, which to me individually sucks. Like, that's just pretty bad. I don't want to pay, I mean, roughly a book on Audibles is anywhere between $10 and $14 on average. I mean, the higher ones go even more. So I'd rather use my free credit for, 3. So anyways, so the length of it wasn't bad. It just got, and the story itself wasn't terrible. The story, if you're going to read a story, I'd say it's like a 6, between 6 and 7. The story, it's predictable as you go through it, but it's not bad. I mean, it's cliched villains, it's cliched, other things in the book too. I don't know if the author necessarily has a military background or not. You can't really always tell that. So, would I recommend this book? Yeah, I mean, I would say if you're looking for just a fun, I guess if you don't read a lot of them, if you're looking for a fun novel or a fun, adventure book, yeah, this isn't too bad. Would I pay more than $12, $15 for all 3? No. Honestly, I would think that at that price, it's okay. It's a time killer. It's good in that sense. I just kind of was disappointed because I really like when a book has something to kind of like teach you something, useful. Like maybe, a lot of the books kind of gave you the impression of, man, that kind of gear would be useful, or what, maybe we should be practicing like this kind of thing. But none of that was really in the book. But I mean, nevertheless, it's still a story. Some people might enjoy it. So my overall review of the book would say, I'd say it's a 6 out of 10. So take it as you want. I'll leave a link in the title. And again, the book was called The Traveler. So I don't know if they made books 4, 5, and 6 or whatever they made. I probably won't be reading them because I couldn't get into it beyond there. It was a struggle to finish this out. So I'm not dogging the book or the author. I'm maybe a little biased because I'm just burnt out from reading them for so long. But yeah, I would say just give it a shot if you really feel like you want to get a nice story in. Give it a shot. It can't hurt. Some people really enjoy it. But this is Raven Tactical out. You guys have a great day.